Desire is a weapon, but what if you could control it instead of it controlling you? Desire. It pulses through every human being like a hidden current, invisible yet irresistible. It drives kings and peasants alike, fuels wars, births art, and shatters lives. But what if I told you desire isn't some mystical force beyond your grasp? What if desire is a dark psychology waiting to be understood, harnessed, even controlled? Today, we're diving deep into the shadowy mechanics of desire, the primal engine of human behavior, and revealing how you can reclaim the reins before desire owns you. Desire begins as a whisper in the mind, a flicker of longing that seems innocent enough, but beneath that flicker lies a ruthless architect designing your thoughts, actions, and ultimately, your fate. This is not just about wanting things, possessions, power, pleasure. It's about the insatiable hunger for validation, control, and meaning in a chaotic world. The first brutal truth you must face is this: desire is inherently manipulative. It tricks you into believing that fulfillment lies just beyond your reach, that satisfaction is a mirage shimmering forever on the horizon. It's a trap, a psychological snare laid by evolution itself to keep you chasing, consuming, and never resting. The dark side of desire is its endless appetite. It is never satisfied, only redirected. To understand desire's grip, we need to look at the brain's primal circuits. The limbic system, the ancient seat of emotion, floods you with dopamine, the chemical messenger of reward. Each pursuit of desire triggers a dopamine hit, wiring your brain to chase after the next fix. This cycle rewires your mind, creating addiction patterns not unlike those of drugs or gambling. But unlike chemical addiction, desire's hold is far more subtle and pervasive because it feeds on your sense of self, your identity. So how do you break free? The key lies in awareness, becoming the observer of your own cravings instead of the puppet dancing to their tune. But awareness alone isn't enough. Desire demands mastery, discipline, and ruthless honesty. This means dissecting each craving, asking, why do I want this? What hole am I trying to fill? And perhaps most terrifyingly, what am I willing to sacrifice to get it? Desire also wears many masks. It disguises itself as ambition, love, curiosity, or even duty. Each mask is a doorway to control. For example, ambition may seem noble, but when driven by fear of insignificance, it can turn you into a slave to endless competition and comparison. Love, perhaps the most sacred desire, can become a weapon when it morphs into obsession or possession. Understanding these disguises allows you to see through desire's illusion and reclaim your power. One of the most insidious aspects of desire is how it manipulates time perception. When fixated on future rewards or past regrets, desire robs you of the present moment, the only time where true freedom exists. You become trapped in a mental loop, endlessly chasing what's next or mourning what's lost. The ancient Stoics taught that freedom comes from mastering desire by anchoring yourself in the now. But few truly grasp this because desire constantly pulls you away. Controlling desire doesn't mean eradicating it. Desire is part of human nature, after all. Instead, it means channeling it, transforming raw, chaotic energy into focused intent. Great leaders, artists, and thinkers have all harnessed desire's fire to create masterpieces and empires, but they did so by imposing strict inner discipline. They developed rituals, mental frameworks, and even physical habits that kept desire aligned with their highest goals rather than their basest impulses. There's a dark psychology here that few discuss openly: the power to weaponize desire against others. Manipulators, con artists, and tyrants have long understood how to exploit others' cravings, crafting promises, illusions, and symbols that trigger deep-seated desires and control behavior. Recognizing these tactics not only protects you, but reveals how desire shapes society at large, from advertising to politics, where emotional manipulation is the currency of power. Yet, there's a paradox in mastering desire. The harder you try to suppress it, the stronger it fights back. Like a shadow that disappears when chased directly, desire demands a different approach, acceptance and redirection rather than resistance. This is why some of the darkest minds in history, from Nietzsche to Machiavelli, advocated not denying desire, but becoming its master through understanding and strategic control. Here's where most people fail. They treat desire as weakness or moral failing. They suppress or ignore it, only to become its victims. But desire is neither good nor evil. It's a force. Your task is to become its architect, designing your life around it rather than being consumed by it. Imagine the power of seeing desire as a tool, a lever you can pull to build resilience, drive creativity, and command respect. This doesn't mean surrendering to every whim, but learning to navigate desire's landscape with precision. Like a general commanding troops, you must know when to advance, when to retreat, and when to hold ground. So, how do you start? Begin with ruthless self-inquiry. Journal your cravings, notice their triggers, and expose the fears or longings behind them. Practice mindfulness to catch desire's whispers before they become roars. Cultivate discipline by setting boundaries. What will you refuse to chase, no matter how tempting? And finally, experiment with redirecting desire into growth. Channel that restless energy into learning, physical challenge, or creative pursuit. This journey isn't easy. Desire will resist because it thrives on chaos and distraction. But the reward is immense: mental clarity, emotional freedom, and a deeper understanding of what truly drives you. If you find this unsettling, good. It means you're waking up. Desire is the battleground where your mind either becomes free or remains enslaved. This knowledge alone is a weapon. If you want to go deeper, hit like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Drop a comment below about your own battles with desire. How do you control it? Your voice matters in this dark exploration. Remember, desire isn't your master unless you let it be. The mind that controls desire controls the world. Stay sharp, stay curious, and keep watching the shadows.